See that? See what I'm doing here? Yeah. Anyway, that was lame. But anyway, the Miami Hurricanes are taking on the NC State Wolfpack, 7:30 p.m. Eastern kickoff this Friday. Now, the Canes are the 10-point favorite on the road, laying double digits. Totals 59 points. We've won 2 out of our last 3 extra daily picks on patreon.com/Brock Page. And access to the extra daily pick costs just $2.99. We're also 2-1 in our last 3 board member tier package plays on that site as well. We have over 625 members signed up and active on that page. And if you want to join those folks and get in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below. And that's patreon.com/Brock Page. When it comes to this Miami NC State contest, see what I'm doing again here? The U. But anyway, when it comes back to this contest here, the Wolfpack of NC State, they're plus 280 on the money line. Now, NC State's a perfect 2-0 straight up at home this season, 2-0 against the number in those contests. They've also been victorious in 3 out of their last 4 ball games, including a 17-point victory over the Virginia Cavaliers. NC State's averaging 32 points a game. They're also throwing for over 260 yards a game, and they've scored 13 touchdowns through the air. Wideout Emeka Emzi has caught 23 balls for 370 and 3 scores. The Wolfpack's also rushing for over 130 yards a game on the ground, 10 touchdowns and a couple of rushers, well over 300 yards. And as a matter of fact, running back Zonovan Knight has rushed for 406 yards on the season and 3 touchdowns. Zon's actually averaging 5.9 yards per carry. And before NC State's most recent blowout loss to UNC, they had given up just 20 points a game on average in their prior 2 contests. Linebacker Peyton Wilson leads this defense in tackles with 53 of them. He's also got 1.5 sacks and 2 interceptions. Defensive lineman Daniel Joseph also has 4 sacks on the year, a dozen tackles for Joseph. The Wolfpack defense is averaging over 3 sacks a game, and they have 6 interceptions on the year. They are taking on a Miami squad who's failed to cover the number in 2 out of their last 3. Now, don't get me wrong, this Miami defense has been good in several spots this year, but Miami, they've scored just 18 points a game on average in those 2 failures to cover that I just mentioned, and those contests were against Virginia and Clemson. Now, quarterback De'Aaron King's been sacked 16 times through 6 games, nearly 3 sacks a game this O-line's given up. And when it comes to the total in this one, 2 out of Miami's last 3 ball games stayed under the posted total. Meanwhile, one out of NC State's 2 home games on the season stayed under the line as well. So with all that said and done, you might win this one outright, but I do like NC State keeping this one close. I'm going to lean toward the underdogs in this one. Give me the NC State Wolfpack plus 10, keeping this one close, and the under 59 in that contest. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines of personal leans out for college football week 10, and of course this is the ACC edition, so we're looking around, around week 6 or 7 in the ACC. But in the grand scheme of things, it is college football week 10. Now, before we go ahead and dive into some more free content right here on YouTube, just got to quickly remind you once again that we are currently 2-1 in our last 3 extra daily picks on patreon.com/Brock Page, and access to that content costs just $2.99. We also won 2 out of our last 3 board member tier package plays on that site as well. We currently have over 625 members signed up and active on that site, and if you want to join them and get in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/Brock Page. And moving on, we're going to take a look at a game that I don't believe is on our board here. It's not, but anyway, we are going to take a look at, I don't see it. Liberty squaring off against Virginia Tech. And that's going to be at 12 p.m. Eastern start time this Saturday. Now, the Hokies are the 15-point favorite at home. Total 67.5. The Hokies